This is example 1 of lesson 1.2, powers and exponents. Exponents are super cool, people. I love exponents, and powers are super interesting and fun to learn about. So let's talk about what an exponent and a power is. You will have seen on the previous slides that a power is what we call something that looks like, if I can write, there we go, something that looks like a number, say 7, with a little tiny number up top, say 2. And hopefully you will have seen that when you see the little tiny power up there, it means we need to multiply, but it's not saying 7 times 2. This does not equal, I can write, hang on, does not equal 14. No, no, no. No. 7, as we read it, to the power of 2, or squared, equals 7 times 7. This number up here means I'm multiplying this number by itself this many times. 7 times 7, which equals 49. So 7 squared, 7 to the power of 2, equals 49. So we know that the number of times it's multiplying corresponds to the exponent. And that's the exponent. 7 is the base. And this whole thing is called the power. So let's turn some expressions into powers. Math has powers now. Power! Unlimited power! Well, not unlimited. Severely limited powers, depending on how many numbers you have. So we have 6 times 6 times 6 times 6. So there's how many 6s we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, which means our power is going to be 6. This is our base to the power of 4. Because we have 4 6s being multiplied together. Yes, it really is that simple. We take the number that's being multiplied, we write it, and then you write the number of times that it's being multiplied by itself, only by itself. If there was a 2 in here, we couldn't do this. We'd have to do times 2. But we take the number that's being multiplied by itself, count how many times it's being multiplied by itself, and raise it to the power of that number of times. Let's do that again. Specifically, let's do it again twice. We've got 4 times 4 here. So we know that our base, what number is being multiplied? Our base is going to be 4. And how many times is 4 being multiplied? Well, 2. So we're going to write a little tiny 2 up here. And you will have seen in the previous slides that when we have a little 2, we read this as 4 squared. And that is because when we make a square, let's say this square had side lengths of 4. Say this square had side lengths of 4. To find the area, we would do side times side, or 4 times 4, which equals 16. Just like 4 squared equals 16. And that's why we call this squared, because when we have a little tiny 2, it's corresponding to the area of a square. Now let's go over here and do this. Oh, that's a lot of 9s. Okay, cool. So we have a bunch of 9s now. How many 9s, you ask? I'm glad you asked. Let's find out together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 9s. 7 of them. And find this out. What the power is, we start with a number being multiplied. What number is being multiplied? 9. And how many times is 9 being multiplied? Well, it's being multiplied 7 times. So this is going to be 9 to the power of 7. We would read this as 9 to the power of 7. Is how we would write that out. Apologize for the sloppy handwriting, but and that is how you turn a number into an expression like this into a power. It has to be the same number being multiplied over and over again, and it has to be multiplication. Can't have any division, addition, or subtraction in there. Just multiplication. Also, this would be a really big number, because 9 times 9 is 81. 81 times 9 is, I don't even know, almost 800. So that power is huge.